Good morning friends, I am Ashis Agarwal from Team NGOenabler, and today what I am going to discuss should really be of great concern to most of you. Unfortunately, the due date for filing the FCRA annual return for financial year 2019-20 was not extended finally, which got over with the past midnight of 30th June 2021. As per the latest sources, only about 50 to 60% of the total FCRA registered organizations have been able to file the annual return for the said year within the due date. Isn't it too low a figure to be achieved by the amateur department? The major reason that could be assigned to such non-filing was inability of many organizations to be successful in opening the FCRA account at SBI New Delhi main branch. Whom to blame? The organizations who were given around 9 months to comply with these new regulations but still couldn't, probably because the documentation requirements are too much and too rigid, or the SBI bank who might not have been able to process it within time, maybe because the banking operations was severely affected owing to the lockdown in New Delhi in the month of April and May. Whatever may be the reasons, the organizations who shall file the return now have to bear the burden of huge penalty as laid down in the FCRA regulations, that is 5% of the total receipts or rupees 1 lakh, whichever is higher. I repeat, the penalty amount is 5% of the total receipts or rupees 1 lakh, whichever is higher. Isn't it too much of hardships on charitable organizations working for the welfare of the society as a whole? We are of the opinion that in the wake of pandemic situation prevailing in most of the states, because of which the delay in opening of accounts or submission of documents might have happened on part of the organizations, or in some cases even on the part of the bank, the amateur department should have considered the matter on sympathetic grounds and extend the due date at least by a month or so. Moreover, technically also, in our opinion, the matter of extension should have been considered much earlier by the concerned ministry because of interlocking of the date of opening the FCRA account at SBI with the date of filing the annual return for financial year 2019-20, both of which was due on 30th June 2021. As it was quite evident that in the revised form FC4, which was released in the recently amended FCRA rules, the SBI account was made mandatory to be filled, the organizations could not have filed the returns without it. So even if the organizations were successful in opening the accounts few days before the due date, the account could not have been approved so quickly by filing form FC6C, and thus the return could not have been ultimately filed. In our view, what could have been the alternate solution was the SBI FCRA account should not have been made part of the annual return for financial year 1920 at all. I repeat, what could have been the alternate solution was the SBI FCRA account should not have been made part of the annual return for financial year 1920 at all, because as it is, the Act was amended on 29th September 2020, which falls in the mid of financial year 2021 and has nothing to do with financial year 1920. Had it not been made mandatory, the requirement of extending the due date of 31st December 2020 for filing the annual return for financial year 1920 was not there at all. More so, in our opinion, mostly all the FCRA registered organizations would have completed the filing till then instead of 50 to 60%, which is now achieved. Anyways, what steps will now be taken by the amateur department is a matter of question as well as of great concern. Will they waive the penalty for those filing the belated returns by giving them one-time relaxation on account of delay in opening the SBI accounts? Or the organizations have to bear the consequences? It's difficult to comment now. We can only wait for any notification or circular regarding this from the concerned ministry. Before concluding, we can only request the department that whatever decision is taken must be in the best interests of all the stakeholders and the country at large. Let's keep our fingers crossed and await some good news that might soon be coming our way. For more such updates, keep tuned to our channel and don't forget to subscribe it if you have not done till now. Thank you.